Hi everyone, I thought I'd take an updated video of my Jaguar touchscreen Android conversion. It's been some time since I took the last video. I've made a few changes since then, so I just thought I'd show you what they are. The first change really is I've swapped out my old cassette player for the CD player. And I've done a little conversion on that, a little mod, so that I can use my steering wheel controls to skip track forward and backwards. And plus it's receiving the stereo audio directly from the Android through a digital to analog converter. So sound quality is really good. It's just as good as a CD, so very pleased with that. You'll also see that I've got some media navigation buttons added to the bottom of Car Launcher Pro, which you can add through the settings menu. It took me a while to work out that they even existed, so that's quite a helpful way to play and skip tracks on the home screen without having to navigate through various different menus. You see I've got a couple of music apps here, amongst all the other apps that I've got installed on here. Spotify and music. Music is the Android default music player, which is playing music off a USB stick, which I've got plugged directly into the Android. So I've got the music icon here, track names, so you can play tracks here and pause and all that kind of stuff. But what's quite good is you can just press on the track name, it'll take you straight into that relevant media player, so it's a good shortcut way of getting into there. And what's cool as well is you can press the icon here and change the application, so now your media controls here are operating Spotify, and if I press the track name there, it goes straight into Spotify. So if I demonstrate, I'll just switch this back to the music app and play off my USB stick. If I use the steering wheel controls here, which you can't see because they're quite just out of shot here, but you can see I can skip forward and forward and forward. And what that's actually doing, if I go onto audio here, switching back to the Jaguar system, is it thinks it's playing a CD, and it skips the tracks on the CD when it does so, but because there's no audio coming from the CD transport, it doesn't actually make any difference. So that's quite cool. The other part of the mod for the CD player actually is that it will only skip track forward and backward when you're actually on the CD input here. So when you're on the AM/FM radio, you'll be changing radio station as you would expect. So that all works as you would expect it to do. The other thing that I can show you is related to media. Is I've enabled Bluetooth on here, and there's a little setting that you have to change from the default. Again, instructions in my how-to, but this lets you use the Android as almost like a Bluetooth speaker, Bluetooth receiver. So if I show you on my phone here, I can go into Spotify on my phone, and I can play a track here. Turn the volume up. I don't know whether you can see at the bottom, but the Spotify is using the device Android C2. So that's streaming from my phone straight through the Bluetooth into the CD player. Now, if I just pause that, you can, without having too much trouble, you can then play stuff off the local player. So it's a seamless transition between the two. The other cool thing is, because I've got the Jaguar Bluetooth telephone system, it uses a different type of media profile. So you actually pair with the Jaguar Bluetooth telephone and the Android at the same time. So when you get a call or make a call, the Jag automatically switches to the Bluetooth for the telephone, then it'll switch back to the Android for the streaming. So that works really nicely, very smooth. The other change that I've made here is to the Nav button. So I wanted a shortcut to be able to launch TomTom to get quickly to my navigation system. So I've changed my sketch so that when you're on the Android screen already and you hit Nav, it will load TomTom Navigation. Now you can set that to any application or any navigation application that you want, Waze or Google Maps or whatever you prefer. So the way this works is there's a hidden settings menu. Again, the command for that is on my how-to thread, but that lets you assign any app to a certain key combination. A combination that I've chosen is search plus N for navigation, launching the TomTom app. But you can set any key combination to launch any app. So you could program any of these buttons to do anything else that you wanted, really. So that's it. That's all the changes I've done at the moment. Follow my thread. If I add anything else, I'll put it on there. Thanks very much.